Reflets d'Afrique Télévision, le Flash Info, The Breaking News.
Hundreds of youths on Wednesday, August 19, staged a peaceful protest in front of the Embassy of the United States in Yaoundé, calling on the U.S. government to send back home Ambazonian leaders sponsoring acts of barbarism in the restive Anglophone regions of Cameroon. Banners and placards in their hands, chanting songs for the peaceful repose of the souls of those killed in the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon, youths under the banner of the Mouvement des Patriotes Indomptables stormed the U.S. Embassy in Yaoundé this Wednesday to denounce the killing perpetrated by separatist fighters sponsored by those residing in Donald Trump's country. They have called on the American government to send back home all these now American citizens whom they consider as terrorists for the law to take its course in Cameroon. Recently, the killing in the restive northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon witnessed a new twist, with civilians being slaughtered in cold blood in broad daylight. The later killing sent shockwaves in and out of the country was the butchering of a mother of four, Comfort Tumasang, in Makanga, a neighborhood in Muyuka, southwest region of Cameroon. Jihadis have taken hundreds of civilians hostage from a town in northeast Nigeria, locals and militia sources said on Wednesday. Militants from the Islamic State West African province and offshoot of Boko Haram arrived in Kukawa in the Lake Chad region late on Tuesday with 22 trucks and were locked in a battle with guards securing the area, said Babakura Kolo, head of the local militia. The people who were seized had just returned to their homes after spending nearly 2 years in the displacement camps. A local chief who accompanied the residents to the town said the people had returned with the hope of cultivating their farmlands, all need to end up in the hands of the insurgent. Hundreds of others have now fled the area. Over the last decades, many people have fled to squalid displacement camps where they rely on handouts from international charities. Around 2 million people have fled their homes in Nigeria due to the decades-long jihadist conflict. The International Committee condemned the rebellion in Mali and called for the immediate release of the ousted President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, who resigned on Wednesday. Rebelling soldiers detained the now former president a day earlier, throwing a fragile nation already fighting against jihadism in the Sahel into further crisis. Moussa Faki Mohammed, chairman of the American Union Commission, strongly condemns all attempts at anti-constitutional change and the use of violence, calling for respect for republican institutions. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa also condemned the unconstitutional change of the government. The Economic Community of the West African states has announced immediate measures, including the closures of borders and the halting of economic, commercial, and financial flows and transactions. The communique announces that Mali is suspended from all ECOWAS governing bodies until constitutional orders is restored, and pledges to sanction the mutinous and their supporters. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has given his full support to the American Union and ECOWAS to reach a negotiation and peaceful solution. The United States also condemned the mutiny and called for the arrested officials to be released. The European Union, meanwhile, said the fight against jihadism and security in the Sahel was a priority. The Horn of Africa, battling in an unprecedented flourishing of locust crops beds for months, is facing an exacerbated food shortage threat, with crops of farmers in Turkana County, Kenya, decimated by an infestation of desert locust. The unwelcome presence of the desert locust is severely impacting their livelihood. A large control operation to address the situation has been launched by the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, with some success. Despite the very real crisis, Tobias Takavarasha, the FAO representative in the region, remains optimistic. Hundreds of National Youth Services volunteers have been trained in surveillance, verification, and control technique by the FAO as part of the Kenyan government action plan, with estimated reports of over 600,000 hectares already contained against infestants. New sightings of immature swamps in northwest Kenya was reported by the FAO. As of mid-August, cold temperature coupled with local winds have curbed the northwards migration ability of the locusts' ability to migrate northward, leads the organization to expect that the locusts will remain in the area until October, with the added concern of a possible resurgence of the desert locusts towards the end of the year.
Reflets d'Afrique Télévision, le Flash Info, the Breaking News.